Hello everyone, welcome to Dream International. This video contains all the types of Ielts Writing Task 1 academics along with some important vocabulary. This is part 1 video and we will have further parts coming for Ielts Academics Writing Task 1 related to the types and important vocabulary to be used. Now let's have a look at the types of Ielts writing. There are around 6 types involved in Ielts Academics Writing Task 1. First one, if we talk about, is the process chart, in which the process is involved or flow of certain things is involved. You can see a picture on the screen. It also involves the cycle, as you can see the life cycle of a frog. So this is the easiest type of Ielts Academics Writing Task 1. Now talking about the second type, which is called line graph. Now here the data is represented in the form of lines in a graph. You can see the question format and you have to explain this, you have to write the summary of this. This is also quite easy but require a wide variety of vocabulary. Now the next one is bar graph, where the data is represented in the form of bars on a graph. You can see the picture on the screen. This is how the data is represented and you have to write the summary of it. Again, an easier task. Another type that we have here is pie chart. As you can see on the screen, the data is represented in the form of pies and you have to write the summary of this data. There is another type in which there are 2 pies, like you can see on the screen, or 1 table or 1 bar graph. That type is of multiple diagrams. That is also a different type. The next one we have here is table, as I was just talking about. So you can see it on the screen. The data is represented in the form of table and you can also see the heading. The table below describes the number of employees and factories in England and Wales from 1851 to 1901, right? So, and the next one, which is the last one, is the map. So you can see the map on the screen. There are some pictures that are given and you have to compare it because it was Nelson 2000 and Nelson today. So you have to compare the data between the 2 pictures. This is another type called map. Now let's understand how to write Ielts Academics Writing Task 1. So first of all, general statement plus overview plus conclusion, where general statement is called the introduction, overview would be the main body paragraph and the conclusion would be the end of your essay. Now how to write the overview? तो जो format हम use करेंगे, that would be what, where, when. What matlab, like if I take the example of the table that we have just seen, so what would be the data of men and women, where in England and Wales, when year 1851 to 1901. Okay, so this should be the format of your overview. Now let's have a look at the vocabulary for general statement, which is of supreme importance for the beginners. So first of all, in general, in common, generally, it is obvious, as it is observed, as a general trend, as can be seen, as it is presented, it is clearly visible that, at first glance, at the onset, a glance at dash, table, graph, map, reveals. So this is the vocabulary that you should start with. Introduction जिसके साथ हम start करेंगे, इनमें से आप कोई भी एक phrase अपना choose कर सकते हो. Then let's talk about the overview. Overview जिसमें हमने concept use करना है what, where and when का. तो उसको हम कैसे लिखना start करेंगे? तो सबसे पहले as presented in the graph, diagram, pie chart, as shown in the illustration. अब illustration हम किसके लिए use कर रहे हैं? It can be graph, it can be diagram, it can be pie chart, it can be bar graph, it can be line graph. हमें नाम भी नहीं पता, we can use illustration, that would be fine. As the diagram suggests, getting to the details. Now turning to the details. The table data clearly shows that. The diagram reveals that. It is worth noticing that. It is lucid that. Lucid क्यों use किया? Crystal clear के लिए. जब हमें कोई information बड़ी clearly पता है, we are very sure about it, so we can say it is crystal clear that. It could be plainly viewed that. So this was about the vocabulary for overview and for introduction. इसके अलावा we have much more vocabulary related to the trends जो भी एक graph में follow होते हैं, suppose increment, decrement and many other things in the diagrams. So we are going to cover that up in the next videos. Stay tuned for that. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye.